Good morning, and thank you all for tuning in. I just want to make this quick video to go along with the devotional that was sent out this morning. And if you haven't already, make sure that you hit the link in my bio and go and sign up for that. There are new devotionals every Friday, and they're free. You don't have to pay for them, and you receive them in your inbox every Friday. So go and sign up for that. But I want to send this message out to encourage those who are learning to trust God and learning who He is, learning how He does things, because a lot of times we can find ourselves frustrated, angry, upset with God simply because we don't understand how He works, and we don't understand how much He cares. We don't understand how thorough and how intentional, and how when He is mindful of us, He is mindful of us in entirety, not just who we are, where we are today, but He thinks ahead, and it's because He knows ahead. And so the title of today's devotional is called Pray for Water But Got Rain, because there are so many moments in our lives when maybe we have asked for something, or asked somebody for something, or even asked God for something, and say, God, can I please have this? Or God, I need this. Can you send this? And He sends something totally different. But we don't realize that what He sends is actually what we need, and eventually even brings us to what we want. Or what happens is we later on discover that what we had initially asked for was not actually what we needed, but what He did send was what worked everything out for us. I asked Him, God, I need some water. And I'm thinking God is going to hand me a cup of water. But what does God do? He sends rain. But what I'm not realizing is that rainwater is great water for plants and for actually growing things. The problem is I'm just so distracted and so distraught by the inconvenience that rain is. When we look outside, we wake up in the morning and we see rain is on the forecast. We're like, ugh. I gotta get my umbrella. I'm gonna have to rush to my car. I'm gonna have to rush and do this. I'm not even gonna, I'm gonna be feeling bad. My back gonna be hurting. And I'm just gonna be, we have all these things because we think that rain is an inconvenience, but it's more so an inconvenience to our comfort, but it does such great things for our life. It does such great things. When we see storms coming and we're praying and asking God for something, and then we see a storm come, we're like, God, I asked you for this. Why did now I have to deal with this, and now I have to deal with this, not realizing that what that rain is bringing is something that's bettering you. It's something that is causing you to be stretched. It's something that is causing you to not just be stretched, but also to experience God and to experience Him in a way that you have not before. And it's drawing you closer to Him. What you perceive to be an inconvenience is something that has to bring you to His feet, so that you can not only understand the process, but understand the one who's processing, understand the one who's processing you, understand the one who's processing your situation, and understand these things. You know, disappointment and things are normal feelings that we feel. We may feel disappointed because we prayed for water and rain came. We may feel that, but let us be careful not to become angry or not to turn ourselves a certain way to God or from God because we prayed for a thing but misunderstood how He operates and misunderstood whatever it was that He sent. You ask Him for provision and He sends that provision, but not in the way that you expect. This is why the word tells us to lean not on our own understanding, but in all our ways to acknowledge God. He's gonna direct our paths, because our limited understanding and things, oftentimes we're thinking of provision for the moment. God is thinking of provision for 10 years from now. He's thinking for how this provision is not just going to satisfy you in the moment, but how it's going to multiply and continue to be, to sustain, to maintain. He's thinking of all these things that we're not. We're thinking, God, I just need $20 right now. I just need a financial breakthrough right now. I need a financial blessing right now because I got to do. But God is thinking to bring to you or to add to you what will continue to feed you, what will continue to water you, what will continue to be beneficial for you, because his blessing makes us rich and it adds no sorrow to us. Anything that he blesses us with, that he approves and that he adds to us, it's going to enrich, it's going to build up, it's going to grow up, it's going to develop, it's going to add to, and it's not going to make us sorrow. We may think that it adds sorrow because, again, the rain is so inconvenient and it frustrates us, and it makes us feel all these things about the rain and towards how it has to change our process. Now we have to do this, and now I have to do this, and how it forces us to actually be renewed in our mind. But it's still something that enriches us. It's still something that does not bring us sorrow or a grief of loss or grief of suffering. It doesn't bring a grief of suffering to us. We may struggle with a little bit of a challenge that it presents to us, but it does not bring us suffering unless we resist it. So I just want to share with somebody today to be encouraged, okay, and to not fret when you pray and ask God for water and he sends the rain into your life, because the rain is going to be more fruitful than just that little glass or that little bottle of water that you was asking him for. God wants to give you more, and sometimes the more comes in packages or comes in a means or a way that seems inconvenient, but it's meant to stretch you, and it's meant to make provision, and it's meant to benefit you entirely, and not just for the moment, but entirely. And so consider that, and consider how good your God is, that's how he thinks, and that's how mindful he is of not just you today, but you tomorrow, and you in 10 years, and you on down the line. Consider that. Consider how good of a God he is to do that for you.